Taking a look at the FX markets today, I want to focus on the British pound. We're continuing to see strength in the British pound as we move towards that election here in a couple of days. When you look at the British pound now, we're getting back above 1.32, hovering right around that level this afternoon as we continue to see strength. And if you look at the general trend within the British pound, we are seeing the British pound up 6 out of the 7 trading days so far for December. Pushing up now to new highs, really going back to May. And looking at the driving factors, I think you've got to point at the news items continuing to hit the market. The reaffirmation that the Conservative Party looks like they're going to take a majority after they come through this election. At least that's what the polls are indicating. And the perception is with that majority, they will be able to get something accomplished and get a deal done with the EU. I think by the end of January is what the expectations are now. So the leading into this election has the market really thinking that this is going to be a positive step for the UK and the British pound, and we continue to see that play out. Also this morning, you know, it is interesting that the data points that came out this morning were pretty disappointing. They continue to have very sluggish growth in the UK, and I think, again, some of that is being directed towards the fact that there is no deal in place. So maybe that's why it's being discounted a little bit more possibly than it has in the past, because the idea is that if they can get something finite in place, that it will lead to more stabilization and ultimately, hopefully, more growth as we roll into 2020. Looking at the trend, there's definitely a significant trend here. We're seeing the British pound really up 7.8% versus the dollar from those October lows. I believe it was October 8th when we saw it down at the low end of the range, and now for the last 2 months, basically a significant rally versus the dollar, and continuing to unfold as we see some of the driving factors here. You got to look at the general trends in place, not only just from that 2-month window, but you go all the way back now to May to see the British pound at these levels. Again, before some of this uncertainty really caused some anxiety as far as the British pound. Now we're seeing that being washed out of the market. British pound now challenging 7-month highs as it continues to build towards the election at the high end of the range, 1.32.